Let me ask you something. Think about the last routine update meeting you sat through, or the last one that you held. Maybe it was a project status. Here's where we are. This is what we're waiting on. Maybe it's a safety meeting. The exits are here and here. Remember your PPE. Did anybody lean in? Probably not. And it's not because your people don't care. It's because data without narrative is just noise. We can start thinking our job as leaders is to transfer information, get the facts out, hit the points, be efficient, move on. But information transfer and communication are not the same thing. Communication sticks with people, and the difference between the two is story. Now, I can hear it already. I'm just not a good storyteller. The good news is you don't have to be. You just need a better structure, and there's plenty to pick from. Here's a simple one to get you started. It's what, so what, now what? 3 questions in that order, simple enough to use every time you need to communicate something that matters. What? The facts of the situation. So what? Why it matters to the audience in this moment. Now what? The specific action you're asking them to take. Let's look at the difference. Say you're running a safety briefing before a shift. Version 1, facts only. Remember, all personnel must wear A3 cut-resistant gloves when handling sheet metal. This is an OSHA requirement and company policy. That's the what. And that's where most leaders stop. Technically, they've communicated. But in reality, they've just created background noise, especially if we say the same thing every meeting. Our brains quickly learn to tune it out. Now, see what happens when you add a so what and a now what. Before we start, gloves on when you're handling sheet metal, A3 level or higher every time. 3 weeks ago, a guy on second shift grabbed a fresh cut sheet, deep cut, 7 stitches, didn't work for 5 days. He told me later that he skipped gloves because he was just moving one piece. So what? It happened here to someone like you, for exactly the reason you might skip it too. Now what? Before this shift starts, I want every one of you to inspect a glove station and confirm it's stocked. Also, check not only that yours are on, but that the whole crew is set up to make the right call easy. See, same policy, different message. One was information, one was communication. Here's the thing about so what. It means you have to know your people well enough to understand what actually matters to them. Not just what matters to you or to the company or to OSHA. The so what is where empathy becomes the leadership skill. And now what is where the story becomes action. It's not just generic, be careful out there. It's specific, it's doable, it's theirs to own. You don't need to be a great storyteller to use this. You need to ask 3 questions. What? So what to them? Now what specifically? Your people aren't tuned out because they don't care. They're tuned out because there hasn't been a reason to tune in. What, so what, now what is how you can start changing that. Thanks for joining this episode of Lead in 5. Now, go lead well. I'll see you next week.